So this whole thing starts with Kanye West, who now goes by Ye, standing on the edge of the internet and shouting that he's about to build a brand new economy. And at first, everyone's like, wait, Kanye's doing crypto now? And the crazy thing is, just a few months before this, Ye literally said he would never touch that stuff. He was on social media clowning coins, calling them scams, saying they preyed on fans. But then on August 21, 2025, he drops this thing called YZY Money, and suddenly millions of people are like, oh my God, it's real. He's serious. He's giving us a chance to buy into the future. And to make sure nobody thought his account got hacked, because that happens all the time with celebrity crypto, he even films himself front-facing camera saying, "This is me, this is official." So boom, now it's legit in people's eyes. The hype is real, the followers are buzzing, and speculators start lining up. And the way he framed it was genius. Not here's another coin to gamble on. No, he was like, this is an entire financial system. He gave it an ecosystem, the YZY token, YayPay, and the YZY card. And he even made it so you could use the token on his official YZY merch site, which sounds like a big deal, right? Like, who wouldn't want to be part of this futuristic YZY-backed empire? But here's where it all gets sketchy. Behind the curtain, the numbers were completely rigged. Out of 1 billion tokens, a staggering 70% was owned by Ye's company. Another 20% was set aside for the public, basically the fans. And the last 10% was supposedly for liquidity, but insiders controlled that too. Meaning what? From the very start, they had a chokehold on the entire market. Imagine playing poker and you find out the dealer owns most of the chips and can reshuffle the deck whenever he wants. That's what YZY was. Now, to distract people from this, they put on a whole little theater act. They talked about vesting schedules and anti-bot protections, even bragging about how they had 25 fake contract addresses to confuse the so-called snipers. But when the coin finally launched, guess what? Those same professional traders, the exact ones who had profited off past scams, were already lined up with the right contract address in hand. They got in instantly, which makes you wonder, how? Either they were supernaturally lucky or someone gave them the keys before the doors even opened. And the price? Oh man, it shot up like a rocket. Within minutes, YZY went from a couple cents to a fully diluted valuation of almost $3 billion. Headlines everywhere, people screaming online, "We're all gonna make it." And retail investors are piling in thinking they're about to be rich. But what they didn't see was that the insiders were already selling, dumping huge chunks of their supply into that frenzy. That's the classic pump and dump. Pump the price with hype, dump your bags on the believers. Within a day, the thing crashes more than 80%, from $3 billion down to about 73 million. People's life savings evaporated in hours. Over 51,000 wallets, regular people lost money. Collectively, about $74.8 million just gone. And who walked away with the cash? A tiny handful of wallets. 11 of them pulled in nearly 30% of all profits. One guy known as Nassim, who's basically a professional sniper in this game, walked away with over $1 million. Another one, Hayden Davis, aka Kelsier, a dude already tied to previous scandals like the Libra token, swooped in and made $12 million. It's like the same cast of villains showing up to a new heist movie. And if you're wondering, okay, but how did Kanye try to cover this up? Here's where it gets wild. Days after the launch, his Instagram account suddenly starts following a random page promoting a different YZY token. Everyone freaks out. Wait, is that the real one? Is this all a scam? And then Ye jumps online to say, oh no, my account got hacked. That was a fake token. The real project is over here. Which would be believable, except months earlier, Ye literally described this exact scam. He said someone offered him $2 million to promote a coin, then later claim his account got hacked to dodge responsibility. And here it was, playing out beat for beat. Like, come on. Either this is the craziest coincidence ever, or that hack story was a setup to make his coin look more legit in comparison. On top of all this, they slipped in some legal fine print, a class action waiver, meaning if you bought YZY, you agreed you couldn't sue them in a group lawsuit. Basically, you gave up your right to fight back before you even clicked buy. And in case that wasn't enough, the site had the usual not an investment disclaimer, pretending this was just about community, not money, while the whole thing was obviously engineered for speculative trading. So who lost? Regular fans, the ones who thought this was their shot to be part of something big, people who trusted Kanye. Some lost thousands, some lost millions. Over 1,000 wallets took losses bigger than $10,000. And meanwhile, the insiders celebrated. They had engineered the perfect transfer of wealth from a crowd of hopeful believers straight into a handful of elite pockets. And the saddest part, this wasn't new. The playbook had been tested before with Libra, with other celebrity-backed tokens, and it'll be tested again. The steps are always the same. Get a celebrity face to hype it up, create fake utility to make it look serious, design the tokenomics so insiders hold the power, launch with snipers ready, pump the price to the moon, dump on retail, stir up confusion with fake hacks, and protect yourself legally with waivers and disclaimers. By the time the dust settles, the fans are wrecked, the insiders are rich, and the celebrity gets to shrug and say, "I didn't know." But in this case, it's harder to believe Ye didn't know. Back in 2014, he literally sued the creators of a meme coin called Kanye for using his name. He knew the legal angles, he knew the dangers, he'd even mocked the exact scam he ended up running. So what changed? Maybe the money got too tempting, maybe he thought he was untouchable. But either way, when YZY collapsed, it wasn't just a financial rug pull, it was a betrayal of the very people who built him up in the first place. And here's the punchline. The people who needed that money the most, college kids, working families, everyday fans who thought Kanye was giving them a chance, were the ones left holding the bag. Over 51,000 wallets drained, $74.8 million gone. And Kanye? He's still Ye, still selling shoes, still tweeting, still larger than life. The game ends, the curtain falls, but the audience is left broke while the star exits through the back door with all the cash.